Hey, how's it going? Fred here. Just want to let you know today is Monday, it's October the 4th, and today it's official. We went ahead and rolled out the new program, the new brand. It happened on October 1st, 2021. So, this is not only for you guys, but it's also for me so I can always look back to this day to know that this is the day that I made the rebrand happen. And what does a rebrand mean for you? Well, first off, what I wanted to do is I wanted to address the issues because people come to the program, we make recommendations, and the recommendations weren't always followed. So we do portions of things, and we're not able to do the full scope of what it is that we do. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to rebrand the whole thing. Okay, so now I'm taking a more deeper, a more in-depth approach with each client who starts from this day forward. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with you personally. So it's not going to be done by other people. You and I, we're going to work together. So what does that mean? What am I doing with the rebrand? What does a full rebrand mean? So like I said in the video the other day, the rebrand was made with a purpose. The purpose was to take the issues that I saw with 99.9% of the clients that come through the program. And I took their problems and I dissected it. And the one thing that came out as a common denominator for everything moving forward was their budget was out of whack, and they didn't know how much money was coming in, how much was going out, how much they were actually spending. They didn't keep that in check. And this is what this whole new rebrand is. Basically, it's going to be checks and balances, right? I'm going to walk you through creating a budget. And we're not dealing with any type of estimates. If you don't want to provide actual bills, the system won't work for you, okay? Because what we're going to do is we're going to dissect every part of your finances to make sure we can figure out what's actually coming in and what's actually going out. So if you make $10 an hour, you work 40 hours a week. And if I ask somebody, how much money do you make a week? With those numbers that I just said, 9 out of 10 times, probably even 10 out of 10 times, they're going to say $400, which isn't the case because there's money taken out for taxes. There's money taken out for insurance. There's all these taxes that come out. So you have a gross amount, which is that $400, but then you also have a net amount, which is, whatever you claim. That's where we want to dig in. We want to dig deep. We want to dive in. We want to see the actual money coming in. Now we want to visualize, put our eyes on actual bills. How much are you paying for your power, your rent? All these things, we want to make sure that we have the exact money coming in and exact money going out. So let's say, for example, you have a water bill. The water bill is not going to be the exact same amount each time you get the bill in the mail. So we want to go ahead and get at least 3 months worth of those bills, and we're going to do an average. Okay, so this way we can kind of gauge where it is that those months, how much it costs per month, because we want to make sure that we're as accurate as possible, okay, or as close to it as possible, because we might not get the exact number, but we could come really, really close. But the only thing is, we need to have a collaborative effort. If I give you homework and that homework is to get all your bills together, we want all your bills, okay? We want bank statements so we can go ahead and cross-reference everything because this is a deep dive. We want to empower you, but the only way that I'm going to successfully empower you is to have you take full responsibility for what we need you to do. I'm going to take the actions I need to do. I'm going to take full responsibility what I have to do. But again, it's a team effort. There's no I in team, so I can't do it all by myself, or you can't do it all by yourself. But together we can make that happen. So that's where the main issue comes into play. When it comes to credit, if your finances are not in order, no matter what, people always seem to miss something, if they can't get their credit monitoring, if they can't pay a bill, if they don't know what to do, if they can't pay the bill, instead of just stop paying, you're going to reach out to me and say, hey, listen, this is my situation right now. This is where I am. What do I do? We're going to have that type of communication, but it all starts with you. You have to take accountability and responsibility for what it is that you do. You have the bills you have to pay, and we want to put that budget together. So the only way we can come together is if we meet in the middle. Okay? So you're going to do your part. I'm going to do my part. We're going to work together. We're going to get it going. The only way we can get it going is if you do your part. So these things are going to be timed. You know, we might give you 3 days to get all this information together. You should be able to get stuff online. Nowadays, we're in that age where you can just go online and order the stuff. You know, just save it to your computer, forward it to me in an email. We'll go ahead and create your file. We're going to go ahead and document everything. And we want you to be as involved as possible, because if you don't learn this, there's no way that you're going to be able to implement it. Okay, so that's why we want hands-on. Because if you're constantly doing what it is that we're teaching you, because we, like I said, you're going to schedule an appointment with me, okay, every month. You're going to go to the calendar, schedule an appointment. We're going to go ahead and work that out. You just go in the calendar, you're going to pick a time that works best for you. And during that time, we're going to go ahead and work everything out. We're going to work out the numbers. Okay. Another thing, okay, because I spoke with one of my clients the other day, and the client wasn't happy with me. She was actually disappointed with me, was what she said. So I want to, you know, bring that to the table. You know, things aren't going to be perfect. And I want you guys to know what credit repair is. Okay. Credit repair does not mean that everything is going to get deleted. What credit repair is what it is that I do. And I'm not going to speak on other companies out there, but I'm going to tell you what I do. I'm not going to say that things are identity theft and file false affidavits with the Federal Trade Commission. I'm not going to do that because they can put you in a predicament that we don't want you in. Okay, so that's the first thing. I'm not going to put you in that predicament. Second thing is accountability. I spoke about it earlier. Accountability is going to be very important with our relationship. If we're going to work together, we have to work in tandem the whole time when you're with me. Okay, because I'm going to give you my all, but I want your all as well. If that's going to be a problem, you know, we might not be a good fit. You know, right now what I'm doing is I'm narrowing my niche down to people who actually want it. Because a lot of times people say they want it, but when I make recommendations, they don't follow the recommendations, or they'll listen to other people who say, try this and do that. You know, I'm human. I make mistakes. But I've also been in the industry. I've been doing this for a long time. I've trained dozens and dozens of credit repair companies, and I've mentored even more than that. So, you know, my thing is I want to give back what I know, what I love. And I want to get you in a better position than you are in today. So like I said about the client who said she was unhappy with my services, you know, I take responsibility for it. You know, I did everything I could to try to make that relationship work. You know, it was a problem in the beginning, and I tried to cancel the services, but I gave her the benefit of the doubt, went ahead and gave a few extra months for free, and it just didn't work out. You know, at the end of the day, we went through our 6-month program. She wasn't happy with the services because I didn't do enough. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say, if we're working on your credit, we're going to get everything removed. Credit repair, in my opinion, it's my opinion, and I've been doing this for a long time. What credit repair is trying to get incomplete, unverifiable, inaccurate, untimely information from your credit report. I'm trying to get that removed. If I can't get it removed, I at least want it to get repaired and get it fixed so it's reporting accurately, because that's what the Fair Credit Reporting Act says. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and tell you, go file a false police report, go file a claim with the FTC, and file that affidavit with the Federal Trade Commission. I'm not going to do that. That's not what I want you to do, because that's not credit repair. That's cheating the system, and you could get in trouble for it. So I'm not going to do that. Okay. Second thing, well, I don't even know where I'm at with what we're trying where we are in the list of things. But another thing, if you receive anything in the mail that I need to see, if we're mailing out things on your behalf, I want to be able to see what you receive back in the mail. So you can either upload it to your client portal, email it to me, and I can upload it for you, or mail it to me. Whatever the case, that's what we're going to need to do, because we have to see everything. We need to know how to respond. We need to see what they're saying when we send our request to them, because there's a method behind the madness when we send out our disputes. Okay, we're not sending out disputes that say the account doesn't belong to me, the account belongs to somebody with a similar name. We use actual factual disputing methodologies. Okay, so turn my volume down. We use factual disputing. Okay, so we're not going to say the account doesn't belong to you if in fact it does belong to you. If it belongs to you, we want to see that what they are reporting is in fact accurate and that it's complete, because if it's not complete, then that violates the Fair Credit Reporting Act, because it can be misleading. Okay, so there's a lot of things that go behind what we ask for, and if they don't provide the information that we're asking for, and you don't send us the response that they send you, we don't know how to properly respond. If we ask for something and they send something to you, and you send it to us and we review it, and we see that they haven't provided the things that we've asked for, now things are starting to become unverifiable. You see what I'm saying? So this is how we start to entangle them in our web, because we're doing something that we just want to keep continuing them into this rabbit hole of just violation after violation after violation. So if you get the information to us and we can prove that we've asked for things and they haven't provided that stuff to us, then now we have a situation where we may be able to refer you to a consumer rights attorney who can file a lawsuit on your behalf. Okay, and they'll only take the case if they feel they can win, and it's based on contingency, meaning they're going to bill the company a bunch of attorney fees, and the company will have to pay if they win in court. Okay, so that's what we're doing over here. Okay, but the main thing that we want to do is we want to empower you with learning how to properly budget your income. So we need to know how much income you have coming in, how much expenses you have going out. We want to make sure the expenses are much lower than the income coming in. And then we need to make sure that you're properly utilizing the overage. If you're not making enough to cover the bills, then that's another discussion we need to have. How can we help bridge the gap with the income that's coming in, so that you can bring a little bit more in to help bridge that gap if you're in the red, if you're in the hole every month. A lot of times people come to me and they have more month at the end of the money. We want to make sure that you have more money at the end of the month. So if that makes sense to you, that's what it is that I want to do for you. Okay. So things are going to be a lot different from a traditional credit repair company. In order to even begin services with us, there are going to be disclosures that need to be signed. One of the disclosures is like what I just talked about. What is credit repair? You have to acknowledge that we went over this information with you. So there'll be a disclosure on that. Nobody will be able to sign up for services and actually get started until after we have the conversation to make sure that we're a good fit. If you don't meet the criteria to become a client, then we won't be able to take you on. I won't be able to take you on as a client. Okay. Right now, like I said, I'm focusing strictly on those who want to push to become to get into a better financial position. And without you, I won't be able to do what I need to do. Without me, I'm hoping to be that bridge to help you. Okay. If you go to a traditional credit repair company, what it is that they're going to do is they're going to do the same thing I'm doing. However, their focus is a lot less strenuous, as compared to what it is that I do. Okay. Just for your own agenda, because I know a lot of people like to do some research. What I do want you to do is ask whoever you call if you're looking for credit repair. If you're looking for credit repair, when you ask about the services, make sure you ask them what it is exactly that they do. Can they provide you a 180-day game plan? What do they do in that 180-day game plan? What I'm doing right now is I'm providing a free credit analysis for anybody who wants to get started. And this will just go ahead and be a description of the services that I provide, give you educational pieces in regards to credit and your specific credit situation as we stand now. Okay. If you did want to get started with services, then we'll have you schedule an appointment. We'll get on the phone. We'll go over some disclosures over the phone. Okay. Just so we can make sure that we're on the same page. I can answer any questions for you. And we're going to discuss mainly what it is that we're going to focus on. Credit is a byproduct of what the finances are going to do for you. So if you properly learn how to budget and know how much finances you have and where they stand, if you're making more money than you're spending, then you're going to be in a better position than if you're spending more than you're making. And this is a problem that I see with most of my clients is they don't make enough money, especially if you're here in my area. I'm in the Bay Area, so we know prices are sky high out here. Cost of living is very expensive. But I also have clients in other places. So I want to focus on getting you to the proper place that you need to get to. So before we even take any clients, we're going to make our recommendations. We're going to give you a proposal, and the proposal based on the questions that we have during our interview is going to be able to figure out what it is that your cost would be for services. Okay. Like I said, the credit repair is just a byproduct of the actual services that we're going to provide for you. And so if you guys are interested, if you're interested in learning more about the program, comment below. I'm going to have this on different social media outlets, so you might see it on a video. If you see it on the video, comment below, send me a DM if you're embarrassed to ask. But I promise you, the only dumb question is the one that they didn't ask. That's what we all learned in school. But I promise you, if you have a question, ask it, because if you don't ask it, somebody else might be too afraid to ask. And I'm promising you that somebody else will have that same exact question. So, like I said, reach out to me by DM. If you need to send an email, you can email me at fred@fredlevi.com. So with that being said, I just want to thank you for taking a few minutes with me so we can go over the program, what it is that we're going to be doing moving on into the future, how we're going to differentiate ourselves from every credit repair company out there. Our credit repair is going to be based on our program, should I say, is going to be based on giving you the credit that you need, right? But also the lifestyle that's going to come once we get your finances in order and get those in check. So, like I said, reach out to me, hit me on the DM, send me a personal message, comment below, send me an email. I'll have all the information up. If you want to call, give me a call. I'll also have in the description below, I will have my calendar. So if you want to schedule an appointment on my calendar, you could also do that. So with that being said, again, thank you and have a good day.